Hello, so today I will be telling you about this story, A Horse and Two Goats, written by R.K. Narayan. This story is a very simple story and there is no such hidden meanings behind each stanza. So I will be just telling you this story in short because this story is very long and it is written in simple English, so there shouldn't be any problem in understanding the text. So I will now just give you a brief summary. So the story in Horse and Two Words, it takes place in a small village called Kritam in India. We have our hero of the story, Muni, the protagonist. He is a cattle grazer, but uh, he had glory once, but it has declined gradually. All that he had is now gone, and his fortune has been reduced to only two goats, and hence the name of the means part of the name of the story, the two goats, and they are too skinny, so he cannot even sell them or eat them. Earlier, his wife used to serve him salted miller flour in boiled water at dawn, and he was also packed lunched, but that was the story of a time long gone. His riches are past now, and he and Muni has no children. The only source of income in Muni's household is when his wife gets some money from grinding corn in the big house or sweeping or scrubbing somewhere. This morning, the morning that takes place in the story, Muni has brought himself 6 drumsticks with him, and he goes and asks to the local shopman that he wants some food on credit, meaning that he will take the stuff now and he will pay for it later. He wanted to prepare some sauce, but since he had a very long withstanding due with them, he is sent away humiliated. There is no food in the house, and Muni's wife sends him away with the goats and tells him that to fast because he never earns any money. So his wife sent him away and said that fast till evening and it will do him some good. Muni takes the goats and soon reaches the outskirts of the village and leaves his goats to eat grass near the highway. He sits on a pedestal of a horse statue for the rest of the day and watches the vehicles, the lorries and buses passing through. That way he feels connected to the larger world. The horse that he sat under is weather beaten, it is made of clay, and it stands beside a warrior with scythe like mustachios. Mustachios are mustaches, bulging eyes, and aquiline nose. Muni watches the road because he has nothing to do and he is just killing time waiting to head home. Suddenly, he notices a new sort of vehicle. It is yellow in color, it looks like a motor car and also as a bus, coming down the road and pulling over. Means it stopped. A red faced foreigner in khaki clothes gets down from the car and asks Muni if there is any gas station nearby. The red faced foreigner is actually an American. The man then notices the horse statue and exclaims, "Marvelous." The man does not know the regional tongue or the regional language, and Muni does not know English. So, this will create a hilarious conversation between the two. The red faced man is wearing khaki clothes, and since we have seen police officers wear khaki clothes, he considers him a policeman or a soldier. And on first thought, he thinks to run away. But Muni has aged and he is too old to run. And he also has the two goats and he cannot leave them. So the two people began to start conversing in their respective languages. The American greets Muni and says, "Namaste, how do you do?" And Muni replies the only English that he knows, "Yes, no." The American lights a cigarette and offers one to Muni, and tells him that he has come from New York, but he understands none of this. He takes out his wallet to present Mooney his business card. Mooney thinks that it is an arrest warrant and moves back. Mooney tries to prove his innocence to the khaki man, and he starts explaining in Tamil that whatever crime he has, uh, whatever crime the khaki man thinks he has done, it is false, and it is being investigated. On the other hand, the American questions Mooney about the horse statue, and he is interested in buying it. The tourist repeats his question about the statue, such as when it was made. He also tells Mooney of a bad day at work when, due to power failure, he was stuck for 4 hours without elevators and air conditioning. The two men go on talking, but none of them understand each other. Mooney remembers his childhood when he had to go out and work in the field morning till night. He was of low caste and he never went to school. The foreigner also never understands him, but he laughs wholeheartedly. Mooney then tries to explain to him the principles of Hinduism to the American, and something like that the Redeemer will come in the shape of a horse called Kalki. The foreigner, he has no clue as to what Mooney is saying, and he assures him that once he has brought once he had bought the statue from Mooney, he would keep the statue in utmost care in his living room in USA. Finally, the American shows Mooney a 100 rupee currency note, and Mooney laughs at himself, thinking the man is asking him for change. But Mooney thinks that the foreigner wants to buy his two goats, and he thinks that finally his dream of opening a small shop is about to be fulfilled. The American also believes that Mooney has agreed to sell the statue. Mooney takes the home and goes. Mooney takes the money and goes home. The American also takes the statue and goes on his way. Mooney went home thinking that he had sold off his two goats. He goes home and shows his wife the money and tells him that he had sold their goats to a foreigner. The goats then followed Mooney back home. Mooney is puzzled because he thought that he had sold the goats to the foreigner, and his wife accuses him of thieving, means stealing. The foreigner also took the statue, and so this whole story is about a funny conversation of not one person understanding the other because they do not understand each other's languages. Okay.